The clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment offered by Mr. Collins of Georgia. At the end of the bill, before the short title, insert the following. Section. None of the funds made available by this act may be used to reduce or terminate any of the propagation programs listed in the March 2013 National Fish Hatchery System Strategic Hatchery and Workforce Planning Report.
Pursuant to House Resolution 333, the gentleman from Georgia and a member opposed each will control 5 minutes. The chairman recognizes the gentleman from Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise today to offer an amendment that recognizes and supports the important role of fish hatcheries nationwide. But before I get to the amendment, I want to thank you for the hard work, Mr. Calvert, for the hard work of the committee and the recognition of the importance of fish hatcheries already there. And I also want to thank my friend from Arkansas, Mr. Crawford, for co-sponsoring this amendment. My amendment prohibits funds in the bill from being used to reduce or terminate any of the existing propagation programs listed in the March 2013 National Fish Hatchery System Strategic Hatchery and Workforce Planning Report. This report raised serious concerns that the Fish and Wildlife Services view hatcheries, and particularly mitigation hatcheries, as a low-priority program. Personally, I believe that stocking the tailwaters, streams, lakes, and rivers of America should be a higher priority. Hatcheries provide an important service, including providing our nation's anglers with the recreational enjoyment and opportunities to catch fish. And they can be particularly vital in economic growth in rural areas, including northeast Georgia. The importance of our nation's hatchery is obvious when you look at the Chattahoochee National Forest Fish Hatchery. This hatchery is located back home in the 9th Congressional District. It stocks the tailwaters of multiple projects for Army Corps of Engineers and TVA with rainbow trout for the enjoyment of 160,000 anglers per year. Without this facility, the tailwaters would be barren. The Chattahoochee National Fish Hatchery is a critical economic driver in the quiet mountain town of Suches, Georgia, and the surrounding community. This rural town in Fannin County doesn't have any major stores or banks, but it does have the hatchery. The hatchery has generated over $30 million in total economic input on just $740,000 in investment. It has a $40 return on investment for every dollar spent and provides enjoyment to many, many people. The Chattahoochee National Fish Hatchery plays an integral role in sustainable businesses and communities in northeast Georgia, from providing environmental education, to public outreach, to visitors, school groups, and various other organizations, facilitating recreational opportunities. The work at the hatchery and such is just one example of the importance of propagation programs in national fish hatcheries nationwide. These hatcheries are job creators, economic growth engines. They provide critical services to rural America and play an important educational role. They support anglers with recreational services and responsibly stock the rivers to keep the habitats in order. Despite this, however, the Department of Fish and Wildlife propagation programs, including those in the Chattahoochee National Fish Hatchery, are among the lowest of their funding priorities. My amendment simply ensures that funds to the Fish and Wildlife Service are consistent with the agency's mission and statutory responsibility. I'd be happy to yield.
I thank the gentleman for yielding.